Are you where you want to be right now? If you're listening to this, if you decide to click on this video, the answer is probably no. But when adversity came, I could have fell apart, but I chose instead to follow my heart. When adversity comes, I will never run, I will adjust, adapt, and overcome. Vision. Alrighty, welcome one, welcome all, welcome back to not only I am Vision of Hope, but we are Vision of Hope. And this is your one-stop shop for everything empowerment. I am your host, Tariq Williams. And once again, it's not only about I, but it's about we. Because we're all out here trying to be better every day. We are Vision of Hope. Let's get into it. So, we're going to keep this video short and sweet because I feel like there's a lot of different things out there, categories, topics, or what have you about this particular topic. And we're going to just dissect it and keep it simple, right? We're going to keep it simple. We're going to give you some things to think about so that you're able to get to the next level. So, with that being said, you clicked on the video, you saw the thumbnail. If you're in a plateau, watch this video, okay? So, let's talk about this word plateau first for a second, right? Because when we talk about being in a plateau, we're talking about maybe progress has been made at some point or not, but now we're feeling stuck of some sort, okay? So, now we're feeling stuck. We're saying we're in a plateau. We don't know what to do because this isn't going right and I'm not able to do that and I can't do X and I can't do Y. So now I'm in this plateau, I'm in this funk and I'm not too sure what to do, okay? Well, that's the first problem in this plateau because you're saying that I can't do this, I can't do that, I'm unable to get out of this plateau, right? Because you're not just thinking about this. You're not doing what we're going to get into in a second. You're dwelling, all right? We're dwelling on the negatives of this particular situation. We're dwelling on the fact that you can't, you won't, it's impossible, I'm unable to fix this. I don't have the skill set to do X, Y, and Z. And so we're going to call that dwelling, right? We're dwelling on the things that we can't do. We're dwelling on the negative, all right? So if you're saying that you're in a plateau, let's change a little bit of the thought process and not dwell, but reflect, okay? So we're going to reflect on the things we've done right. We're going to reflect on the things we know we can do, reflecting on the skill set that we have. We're reflecting, okay? Reflecting on the possibilities, reflecting on why we want this expectation, why we want this goal, and why you came to the channel. So hit that subscribe and hit that like button, reflecting on why we want that dream. Because ultimately, that's what this channel is about. Not just getting to specific short-term and long-term goals, but understanding and connecting with those so that we can what? Get to our dreams. So, with that being said, we're reflecting, right? And I want to put an emphasis on the word reflect because reflecting isn't only about thinking about all these different possibilities, what you can do. It's also about, one, what you reflect as an individual, okay? How you present yourself is a part of the reflection, right? Because how you present yourself to others is also how you're going to present and reflect yourself when you're thinking about who you are as an individual, when you're thinking about your past, when you're thinking about who you're trying to be, when you're thinking about the goals you've set in place to get to your dreams, all right? The second thing we're thinking about here is when we're reflecting, I focused on the positive, right? But when we're reflecting on these different situations, and when you're reflecting on your quote unquote plateau, and we'll get to that in a second, you're not reflecting on what you are doing wrong. You're reflecting on the changes you're going to make in your equation to get out of that plateau. All right? So look at the roadmap. We're reflecting on the changes. Okay, so what got you from step 1 to step 5 has been great. Step 5 is a little bit different. So what worked to get you from 1 to 5 may not work anymore. So what type of research, what type of conversations with other people do you need to have to be able to move forward into the next level to get to your dream? So I want you all to think about this. Think about your growth, okay? Because when we talk about the word plateau, we're talking about you being a part of your journey, and we're talking about the moments where you've moved forward. So you've made some growth and you've moved forward, but now you're stuck, okay? So riddle me this. I live in a desert, so I can't necessarily, well, I do have some grass where I live, but so think about this. When you go outside and you see grass, actually, let me rewind a little bit. Plants, okay? Flowers, trees. Have you ever heard a plant grow? Have you ever heard a flower grow? More importantly, those of you who own land and have grass to cut, have you heard your grass grow? It doesn't really make a noise, right? I guess these are rhetorical questions. There's no noise. When your grass grows, unfortunately, you don't get a notification. So this is your opportunity to ring the notification bell. With that being said, you're not hearing these things grow, right? There won't always be an alarm or a buzzer or a notification that you're making growth yourself, all right? You're on your own specific journey. So now I'm getting back to this word plateau because we didn't hear the plant grow. We didn't hear the flowers grow. But that doesn't mean they're not making growth. That doesn't mean you're not growing to your dreams, all right? So with that being said, this word plateau only has the power, only has the strength that you give it. Because if you say I'm stuck in this plateau, it's going to be true. But if you say you're getting out of it and you're moving forward, there's just a little bit of a hiccup or an obstacle, that's different. So stop looking at your plateaus as plateaus, but look at them as the next obstacle, the next level, all right? So you can hop over, get through it, adjust, adapt, and overcome. Shout out to the intro video so that you can get through it, all right? And then as we get ready to wrap up here, we talk about reflecting and what all these different things look like. I'm going to end this with another question. Are you where you want to be right now? If you're listening to this, if you decide to click on this video, the answer is probably no. But are you where you were a month ago? Are you where you were 3 months ago? You know, if it's a physical goal, if it's a mental goal, either or, it takes consistency, okay? So even if you don't have the quantitative or the qualitative data or the qualitative growth or the qualitative growth or the quantitative growth that you want, your mindset's now different. Because now we're getting into some other topics that we're going to get into here in the channel a little bit later. But with that being said, are you where you were at the very beginning? of your goals, of your dreams? The answer is no. So once again, let me repeat that. Are you where you want to be now? The answer is probably no. But are you where you were a few days ago, a few weeks ago, a few months ago? The answer is no to that too. So stay focused, stay consistent, and keep killing it. Keep grinding, because you know what? You're doing great. And with that being said, thank you so much for checking out the channel. Thank you so much for listening. If you're ready for more of this, more positivity, more mindset concepts, until next time. When adversity came, I could have fell apart, but I chose instead to follow my heart. When adversity comes, I will never run. I will adjust, adapt, and overcome. Vision.